Since the Dragon Ball universe is extremely huge, there are bound to be some things that don't make any sense at all. Every anime does. Today, I've made a list of things that I think don't make much sense in Dragon Ball Z. 9. Piccolo blew up the moon. When Goku died, and Piccolo was training Gohan, we saw that he transformed into a great ape under the influence of the moon. Because of this, Piccolo was forced to blow up the moon. That didn't affect the Earth of the Dragon Ball universe in any way, and it is straight up crazy. 8. King K knows instant transmission. When Goku trained with King K, he spent a long time trying to get back to Earth, to save his friends and the entire planet from the Saiyans. However, King K could have taught Goku instant transmission because he knew it. Later, he reveals that because Goku didn't ask, he wasn't obliged to teach him, which isn't really a good move on his part since lives were on the line at Earth. 7. Vegeta's forgotten crimes. Vegeta has committed countless crimes in Dragon Ball Z, and he's killed a lot of people as well. Even after the Saiyan saga, he killed a lot of people. Yet, nobody seems to care about that, and everyone just forgets about his crimes because he's helpful in battle. Doesn't make much sense to me. 6. Tarbell. Did you know Vegeta had a brother? Yeah. He is named Tarbell. Tarbell is the youngest son of King Vegeta. That's not even the weird part. The weirdest thing is that he was never brought up in the entire story of Dragon Ball Z. Tarbell is also a lot different from your regular Saiyan. He doesn't have any skill in fighting, and doesn't like combat as well. 5. Super speed underutilized. It is a well-known fact that the characters in Dragon Ball Z have super speed. However, the super speed is extremely underutilized. For example, there are moments when instead of dodging, characters prefer to tank techniques that end up becoming a real problem. Characters in Dragon Ball Z are several times faster than light, yet they don't simply dodge. 4. Absorbing Z fighters. Everyone knows that Cell absorbed 17 and 18 during the Cell saga. At first, we thought that the androids were actually assimilated. But, later Cell spit out 18 and she was completely fine. Where exactly was she? Is there a difference dimension inside of Cell? We don't really know, and it isn't even clear at this point. 3. Master Roshi's immortality. Master Roshi is immortal as long as he eats the paradise grass from the forest F terror every 1000 years. In Dragon Ball Super, Master Roshi asked Goku and Krillin to fetch it for him. Why does he want to live longer? He doesn't train anyone anymore, neither does he protect the Earth. His motives are likely related to girls, I guess. 2. Hyperbolic time chamber. The hyperbolic time chamber is one of the best training things in Dragon Ball. A day of training in here equates to a year of training in the real world. We know that Gohan gets weaker by the end of Z, but couldn't he have at least trained there for an hour, or maybe half an hour to maintain his body? That's a waste right there. 1. The whole Brief family. The Brief family has a thing with weird names. Dr. Brief's firstborn is named Tights. Tights Brief. Bulma's name is next. Tight Bloomers. Bulma's firstborn is named Trunks Brief. And then there's the topping on the cake, Bulla Brief. Bulla literally means bra. Bra Brief. See it? There's something wrong with this family. 11 Dragon Ball characters that were totally forgotten. Unless you're a Saiyan, you're likely going to become less relevant in Dragon Ball as the story progresses. Because of this, many of our characters have been at the pointy edge of the sword, and have been cut out of the show entirely. In today's list, I'll be looking at some of these characters. 11 Grand K. Grand K is a character who appeared in the Otherworld tournament after the Cell saga. While some may argue that he's not canon, it was Toriyama who was behind his introduction in the anime. During the Buu saga, and even after that, we haven't seen or heard from him. So his disappearance remains a mystery. 10 Android 16. Android 16 died during the Cell games. However, Yamcha later wished for everyone who was killed to be brought back to life. But 16 was nowhere to be seen. In Butt Saga, the androids did get revived even after dying, so the Dragon Balls do really have the power to bring them back. Yet, we didn't even see him ever after that. 9. Icarus. I'm pretty sure that you all remembered Icarus from Dragon Ball Z. He first appeared in the Tree of Might saga, and after that, in the Garlic Jr. saga in the anime. However, after the Trunks saga, he completely disappeared, and we don't see him after that. 8. Grandpa Gohan. Grandpa Gohan was the person who found Goku when he arrived on Earth. However, he was killed way back in the series. Since the series has spent enough time in Afterlife, it is strange that he was never really a part of the characters who we saw in Afterlife. But, then again, a lot of characters just disappeared similarly. 7. Jimmy Firecracker. Jimmy Firecracker should probably be around in the series right now. He's the person who was broadcasting the Cell games during the Cell saga. He is also the one who realized that Hercule is a fraud and that the Saiyans defeated Cell. But, after the Cell games, he disappeared as well. 6. Ranfan. Ranfan was a female fighter in Dragon Ball. She appears in a tournament, and while she isn't all that strong, she did use underhanded tactics to get her way. Dragon Ball Z didn't have a lot of female fighters, so she should at least have gotten cameo, but no, she completely disappeared from the series. 5. Shen. Shen's body was possessed by Kami during the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. He defeated many characters, but lost to Piccolo. Later, when Kami left his body, he wondered what actually happened to him. But we didn't see him after that at all. He didn't even appear during the Cell games to recognize the fighters who were up against Cell.